evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the heartfelt honor of recognizing three extraordinary Board of Education members, Mr. John Houtman, Mr. Dave Candela, and Mrs. Yvonne Angarola, whose leadership, service, and unwavering dedication have helped shape the growth, success, and sparkle of District 76. John and Dave, who began their board service in 2017, and Yvonne, who joined us in 2021, have each contributed something truly meaningful to the life, brand, and legacy of our district. Their service spans years of progress, changes, and challenges, and their steady leadership has been instrumental in guiding District 76 forward. What is especially remarkable and a true testament to their character is that all three of them have continued to serve after their own children have graduated from District 76. Their commitment was never just about their own families. It was to embrace, empower, and excel each child, each educator, and each member of our community each day. This kind of selfless leadership is rare, and it deserves the deepest appreciation. Dave, your decision to return to the board when we needed you most speaks volumes. You stepped back in without hesitation, offering stability, perspective, and care at a critical time, and we are sincerely grateful. Together, the three of you have been voices of reason, compassion, and strength. You've helped to settle 2 teacher contracts through collaboration and respect. You've supported our strategic vision and prioritized our Sparkle On core values of service, passion, advocacy, respect, kindness, love, equity, opportunity, and nurture. On behalf of the district leadership team and the Board of Education, our staff, families, and the entire community, thank you for always leading with the best interests of our students at the center of your decision-making. Thank you for your personal time, your integrity, your dedication, and for continuing to selflessly serve even when the direct connection to your own children has moved on. Your legacy will live in the classrooms, hallways, and the hearts of District 76. You will always be a part of our family, and as we continue to sparkle on, your service, passion, and leadership will not be forgotten. As a small token of our appreciation, we have 2 trophies for Mrs. Angarola and Mr. Houtman. Dave, you got one when you left the board the first time. So we've gotten you something else because I didn't think you'd want 2 trophies. But more importantly, I'm presenting you each with a copy of one of my favorite books, Have You Filled a Bucket Today? It's the book I read every year, no matter the grade or the age, but its message resonates with everyone. Kindness never goes out of style. Just like each of you, this book reminds us that our everyday words, our action, and our energy make a difference, and that leadership at its core is about lifting others up, treating others the way you want to be treated. With deep gratitude and admiration, a heartfelt thank you to each of you. Please continue to sparkle on. Like to come up. Well, let's do Mr. Candela first. So that way I know they each wanted to say something. So you did. You did.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to have served as a board member for 8 years. And I know that Dr. Knoll and our new board members will continue the mission of each child each day. And that's been passion for me and for my fellow board members, that we serve every child, not a select few. And I wish our new board members well as you continue that mission and uplift all of our students. Thank you again for the opportunity to serve. Thanks.
Mrs. Angarola, would you like to come up? Sorry. Thank you so much.
Okay, I just want to say thank you so much. It's been an honor serving on the board and working with everyone here. I've learned so much, and I am so thankful for everything that I have learned. And I just want to thank Bhavna for helping put this amazing team together here. We are truly blessed with each and every one of you and the way that you care and truly serve our children and district. And even more so, the way that you're always looking for ways to get better and to grow and to make our district better. And I want to thank Bhavna and the board again for hiring Bhavna. I wasn't here at the time, but I would have definitely been there to push you through, and everything you've done for us. You've made our district what it is, and I am forever grateful to you for that. And you're always a part of this district. And every one of us here, you'll always be a part of us and be with us everywhere we go. And thank you so much for that, sincerely. And I have a little thank you for you as well. Okay. Thank you.
We weren't supposed to cry. Thank you.
Sure. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Mr. Howman, can you come up and make us laugh, please?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Now, there's no need for anybody here to tell my wife that I'm no longer on the board. I figured that, twice a month, I would just continue to hitch a ride with David, and he can drop me off at Las Palmas or the Eilish Mill and then pick me up on the way home. Figure that'd be good for at least a full term. You know what? I never set out to be on the board. I sort of just fell into it, I think, like a lot of people. And it was, gosh, I would say 9 years ago when there was a meeting that was called, and my wife was called to attend the meeting. And it was about a referendum to bring in some needed money for capital improvements to the district. And my wife, who had been very involved, said, John, it's your turn. So why don't you go to this meeting? And I did. And that's where I met Bhavna and Eric Rogers and Joy, you might have been there, and Lisa Yaffe. And that's where I met your husband as well, because Senator Seth Lewis, he laid out a whole strategy and game plan about how you can win a referendum. And then they were just looking for people to execute the plan. And so that's what we did. And so, and we put together a bit of a team. And David, you were at the first meeting and you were on the team. And I remember that at the first meeting at my house, in walks in this very cheerful mom-to-be, and very pregnant. And that's where I met Nikki. And I figured, well, if somebody who was really only minutes from delivering could be this inspired to come and to help out, well, I had no reason to not pull my own weight. I know exactly where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this on a shelf in my office where I have another picture so I can see it from my desk. And the other picture is one that was taken about 6 years ago here at D76. And it was at a back to school for staff event. And there was a theme, and the theme was rock and roll. So people were asked to dress up. So 4 of us from the board dressed up as the rock group Kiss with the makeup and everything. And then the picture is of the 4 of us, and Joy and Nikki, you were there as part of it. And it's a picture of the 4 of us with Bhavna in the middle as Tina Turner. So whenever having a bad day, I look at that and I always chuckle because it always brings a smile to my face. So this is going to go right next to it. And again, bring a smile to my face. It's great working with you guys. I mean, it's been so easy with the board. These guys are smart and thoughtful and here for the right reasons, and fun to be around and tolerant of me and my quirks. And, I couldn't be happier. And Joy, you really shoulder a disproportionately heavy burden, and do recognize that and do sincerely appreciate that. And to the 3 new board members, great, welcome. And I'm sure you'll enjoy your time on the board. Also, it's easy because of the you guys, the DLT. I mean, what a great group. Your professionalism and your care and compassion for what goes on here. Everything that all of you do makes our lives on the board a lot easier than it would be, and it is on other boards, I can tell you. I can tell you that. Bhavna, you're the best leader that I've ever worked with. And what you've done here is just incredible with reimagining and reinvigorating the culture here. It's just remarkable. And the right person at the right time was so needed here at D76. And Hiram, you're so accommodating and cheerful and helpful. And we really can't go wrong because you're helping push us along in the right direction. So thank you very much. This is very kind, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just want to echo what Bhavna said, and thank you very much, John, Dave, and Yvonne. We have so appreciated your service and your different perspectives and your opinions, and I think we've all learned so much from you. So I just wanted to say we're very grateful for all the time that you've spent with us and away from your families and your jobs and everything else that's been going on. And we will be forever grateful for you. So thank you so much.
And would you like to take your name tags? And as Dave knows from experience, you may need it again. So just hang on to it.
You never know. I think sometimes. Thank you.
Okay.
I know, I don't want to get kick everyone out. Wait, it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like to move down? Mr. Bishop?
You know what I'm saying? Like a snack. I like it. It doesn't matter. Hiram is. Hey, David.
Welcome.
Hiram, if you switch Tina and Elizabeth, then they'll be in the order they're sitting in right there. And but I was gonna say, then they'll just know where to come. There you go. Thank you. That way you guys can just walk up and you're. Okay, so fantastic. So now we will move on to announce our newly elected board members who we're so thrilled to have join us. We have Miss Emily Crutchfield, Miss Tina Holland, and Miss Elizabeth Reyes. And I'm going to ask all of you to stand up and to join me in taking the oath. And maybe I'll walk around this way. And if you guys want to just come up here. solemnly affirm that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of the Board of Education of Diamond Lake School District 7.
solemnly affirm that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Board of Education of Diamond Lake School District 76
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States.
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the state of Illinois.
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I further affirm that
And further affirm that
I shall respect taxpayer interests by serving
I shall respect taxpayers
and shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion and other persons and others who speak for the board while respecting privacy and serving and shall recognize their work as a leader. Formula goals, define outcomes, and set the course for Diamond Lake School District 76.
and shall foster with the board sense of participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, set the course for Diamond Lake School District 76.
And shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to succeed potential and organization.
Shall assist in establishing a structure and environment designed to ensure all students will attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework.
I shall strive to ensure continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law.
And shall strive to ensure continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law.
I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community schools in the division of Diamond Lake.
Shall serve as the education key advocate.
And I shall strive to work together with the business to lead the school district towards fulfilling the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the district with academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and purpose.
And shall strive to work together with the superintendent to lead the school district towards fulfilling the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
Okay, and now, because we have essentially two meetings in one this evening, we are going to appoint a president and secretary pro tem, and then we will adjourn sine die. So be it resolved that the Diamond Lake 76 Board of Education accepts and approves the appointment of the president and secretary pro tem as listed below. The board president pro tem is Joy Hale and the board secretary pro tem is Elisa Bayless. May I have a motion to approve, please?
Second. Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Ms. Sullivan? Yes. Ms. Bayless? Yes. Ms. Crutchfield? Yes. Ms. Holland? Ms. Reyes?
Okay, and then can we now have do we need a motion for this to adjourn, sine die?
Yes.
Okay, and then now can I have a motion to adjourn scene die? No, you're fine. So moved.
Second. Ms. Hale?
Yes.
Ms. Bayless? Yes. Mr. Becker? Ms. Crutchfield? Ms. Holland? Ms. Reyes? Ms. Sullivan? Yes.
Okay, that concludes that meeting, and we will now do another roll call for the committee of the whole meeting. And I appreciate everyone's patience with us. I know this takes a long time. Good news, we only have to do it every 2 years, so.
Okay. Ms. Bayless? Here. Mr. Becker? Here. Ms. Crutchfield? Here. Ms. Hale?
Here.
Ms. Holland? Here. Ms. Reyes? Here. Ms. Sullivan? Here.
Okay, and now we will move to reorganize the Board of Education. So can I get a nomination for the Office of President?
I nominate Joy Hale, President.
No, what we have to do is, do we have any other nominations? Okay, then there be no other nominations. We can do a all in favor vote.
Oh, so I don't have to.
No,
Okay.
should streamline it.
Yeah. I'm used to doing it this way, so in a second, sorry. Okay,
No, you're fine.
so I don't have to. Okay.
So we can just do all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, then can I get a nomination for Office of the Vice President? How about Nicole Sullivan? Works. Do we have any other nominations? Okay, then all in favor? Aye. And then can I get a nomination for Office of Secretary? I nominate Lisa Bayless. Any other nomination? Okay, can I get all in favor vote, please? Aye.
Aye.
Great. And that concludes the reorganization. So we're done. We still have an audience, so I'm impressed. Okay, so now we will move to public comments on agenda items. Do we have any public comments this evening? And I have to say, Dr. Knoll, we keep waiting for a public comment. Okay. Sorry to put you on the spot. Okay, moving on to presentations, and I have to just say, I am super impressed with the sparkle this evening. I feel like if we could give an award for the nominators, the two of you would win. Well, okay, so we will look into that, Mrs. Saltzman. We will look into that. Thank you so much for dressing the part.
Yes. Yes, our presentations this evening, you stole the show with your outfit. So I don't think it deserves or it doesn't need any introduction because you have definitely leveled up the presentation, but we will, yes, and you have what you want to say, but we are doing our Diamond Awards. One of their colleagues.
Can you read it? I didn't bring my glasses, so can you read it? No, I can read
Okay,
it, but I
yeah,
just didn't bring my glasses. All right. All right. All right. We cannot think of a better person to earn a Diamond Award. Both Mary Lou and I were very surprised that this lady has not received this nomination in all the years she has been in the Diamond Lake School District.
Cindy has worked in literally every building in our district and has made a huge difference everywhere she has been. This year in particular, she jumped at the opportunity to take on a new role at the scary middle school building, where she worked tirelessly with the 8th graders as she had as first graders as well as 4th graders.
Cindy is very passionate about curriculum, so much so she has written it for all the grade levels she has taught. We're not sure where we would be without her because the 6th grade has leaned on her a lot this year for curriculum alone. This passion shows through whenever someone has a question or an idea. She is always there to lend a hand or offer advice.
Cindy is also a great advocate for her students. When thinking about graduating 8th graders, she pushes for their advancements in both high schools to make sure they are placed correctly and that they are getting the services that they deserve. She speaks out on their behalf and pushes her students to be the best they can be in all aspects of their lives. She is their #1 cheerleader in the classroom and beyond. You can feel it in Cindy that all of her students have the potential to go on and do great things in this world.
When you ask Cindy about teaching, you can see just how much she loves it. Teaching is not just a job or a career, it is a part of her life. She loves every part of it. She especially loves the students and seeing what she can get out of them. Even the most trying of situations, she will come out of it with a smile and embraces the challenge ahead of her.
Cindy, you are truly a diamond. You have gone above and beyond in every task that is asked of you. We are so sad to see you go to the other side of the building, but happy we had the chance to experience the spitfire that is you. Don't worry, we will cross the line every now and again.
Even if it means going to the scary intermediate side. Congratulations, Cindy. I'll clean it up without the handwriting. Words.
Do you want to stand on this?
Yes. Hello, thank you. I did. Good evening. I am deeply honored and humbled to receive this Diamond Award, especially because it comes from you, my peers. There's something incredibly meaningful about being recognized by the very people who understand the joy, the passion, the challenges, and the work that goes into what we do every day. This award is not just a personal milestone. It reflects the support, the collaboration, and the inspiration I've received from so many of you. I've learned from your strengths, grown through your feedback, and have continually have been motivated by your dedication. Thank you for this recognition. It means more than I can say. I will continue to strive and live up to the trust and appreciation you've shown me today. Gracias.
And that concludes our presentations. Congratulations, Mrs. Gomez.
Congratulations, and thank you, ladies, for leveling up the awards presentation. We love it. Fantastic. So now we will move on to our business agenda for the evening. We have 5 items on the business agenda. 4 are for review at this meeting, and then we will take action on them at our second May meeting. And 1 item is up for action. So the first item on the business agenda is the omnibus vote agenda, and that is just for review this evening. The second item on the agenda is for action, and that is our personnel agenda item. So be it resolved, the Diamond Lake 76 Board of Education accepts and approves the personnel items as depicted on the agenda. We have 2 new hires, 1 retirement notification, and 1 leave of absence. May I have a motion to to approve this item? Getting ahead of myself. Second,
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Ms. Hale?
yes.
Ms. Bayless? Yes. Ms. Crutchfield? Yes. Ms. Holland? Ms. Reyes? Ms. Howard? Yes.
That motion is approved. Welcome back, Mrs. Brown.
Yeah.
I feel like, love to see it.
Yes.
The next item on the agenda is an item also for review, and it is the proposed board meeting dates for the 2025-2026 calendar. And And I believe those are attached in the packet. Does anyone have any questions on those dates or see any concerns? And again, we don't approve these until the next meeting. So if later, if you spend more time reviewing and you see a red flag, please let us know. But does anyone see anything now?
Not based, it's not on a calendar, so it's an inch listed, so, yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't
yeah.
think so.
Okay, perfect. So then just let Hiram and Bhavna and myself know if you see any issues, and then we can address those before we approve them at the next meeting.
And just so everybody knows, they were also shared with Dr. Knoll, so she doesn't see any conflicts with them going forward.
Perfect. Okay, and then at the next item up for review is also the appointment of the treasurer. So annually, we have to reappoint someone as the treasurer, and typically we reappoint Mr. Rogers every year because he does a fantastic job and no one else wants that job. So it's his time to shine. So we will vote on that at the next meeting. And then the last item up for review is the MindSight service contract. And I didn't know, Mr. Hanson, if you wanted to speak to that at all, or if the memo speaks for itself, whatever you prefer.
Absolutely. Regarding the board memo for our server infrastructure project, we're coming close to about a decade with our current servers, and they're reaching their what you call end of life or end of service. And to ensure that you have all of our stakeholders have the highest capacity of service and reliable service across the board, part of our obsolescence plan is we look at a long-range plan of all of our infrastructure projects to take care of. And knowing that this was an important item, I obtained multiple bids when it came to our servers, and we were able to land on a competitive quote, fortunately, from MindSight, who is our MSP. And so we order it upon a board approval, we'll order it and have a project in place for the summer.
Does anyone have any questions?
I just had one question.
Absolutely.
In the memo, it says that there could be a deduction.
Yep.
In the cost. Can you just clarify, is that just? if
Absolutely.
there's, like, we're doing some of the like work?
Absolutely. And I'm actually glad you mentioned that. So one of the things we're looking for a managed service provider last year is finding the right partner. And I utilize that partner quite often, and they know that as well. So it's a good partnership we have with them. So anytime we have the opportunity to utilize D76 technicians to be able to do some of the work, it'll help offset some of the costs for installations that we have. Also, it gets them the ability to grow in the field as well, in collaboration with them. They're fully been on board with it, which has been pleasantly, not a pleasant surprise, but it's wonderful that they're able to do that with us as we selected the appropriate partner for technology.
Great. Okay, that wraps up our business agenda for the evening. Moving on to board discussion. Do we have any items for board discussion? I do not. Do you have anything? No. Anybody? Sure. No, right now it's fine.
The CEDAW meeting for the first week of June, and I'm just offering if one of you would like to, or anybody would like to attend, also just as
Like a backup.
Yeah, because John and I would share. I would go to most of the meetings, but he was my backup. If either of you, any of you would like to go with me, or any of you would go with me, just having that backup.
Okay.
So please let me know. It's June. It's Wednesday, June.
And that's it. Where it Gages Lake.
It's in Gages Lake, and the meetings typically. That way we have a backup if I can.
Yeah, it's helpful just because it's run differently and then you kind of you understand what's going on. And they need us to show up to have quorum. Okay, cool. Oh, of course. Anyone else have anything for board discussion? Okay, then moving on to freedom of information requests. Is that two? We have two. Or is it one and then the response?
It's the requested response.
Did we figure, this is the same as last month, right? Just different dates? Or does it look it reminds me of last month. Wasn't it all procurement? Purchasing? Okay. 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 Okay, that was fulfilled. Notices and communications, we have kind of the CEDAL information there, and then we have the District 76 highlights. So we have the Diamond Edge newsletter, and then we have the Mayor's STEM Challenge. So congratulations to all the students that participated in that. That was fantastic. Congratulations to Noah, who came in first.
Thank you. Mark Ken.
I know, it's nice to see.
Yes, it's from his mother.
Okay, and then moving on, unless, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No.
there? Okay, moving on to public comments on non-agenda items. Any public comments on non-agenda items?
Mr. Houtman?
He's done. Okay, moving on to others. Do we have any others this evening? Okay, well then we do not have executive session this evening, so we will move to adjourn. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
Moved. Sorry,
Sorry, I'm going too fast.
racing through.
She's trying to break her record.
My record is like
Yes.
7:05, so we're far away from the record. It was Nikki and then David.
And
No, you're fine.
Ms. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. Becker? Yes. Ms. Bailiff, yes. Ms. Crutchfield? Ms. Hale?
Yes.
Ms. Holland? Ms. Reyes?
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Can I get your cell phone numbers?